It's my birthday and Eagles playoff football on the same day. It's going to be a good day. Not to mention, I have an entire pile of comic book exclusives that I haven't shown off from the past weeks and months from conventions, signed, and more. So let's kick back, let's go through these, and let's marvel in some of these great modern exclusives. Now, when I said past weeks and months, we're taking it all the way back from New York Comic-Con of last year. I never even showed these off on Instagram or YouTube or anything, but we're gonna start off. These were the big clutch eBay exclusive blind bag packs. So if you did not check these out, these were very, very limited amount of sellers on eBay Live got these. You had to be an eBay Live seller just to get these. Insane amount of sketches and original art and all that. So again, shout out to Big Clutch and Skybound and Image and all that. But I actually got two of the ones I wanted. So we hit this one, the Megatron. This is the Pete Carell. If you haven't checked out his art is awesome. It looks like when he draws, it's almost like a sticker draws right onto the cover. So we got that, the foil, and then one of the bigger hits, it is not signed, but this is actually limited to 1,000, I think, or limited to 100. I think this is limited to 100. This is the Bill Sienkiewicz original Optimus sketch. So we are the art reps for Bill Sienkiewicz, and at San Diego Comic-Con, he actually had this done full art because the big win from these bags was an actual I think it was like a 9.6 signature series of the sketch cover he did. So man, huge shout out. So this is another one. Again, this is either limited to 100 or 1,000. I think it was 100. But again, two of the ones I wanted. And again, big shout out to Big Clutch. And if you haven't checked these out, anytime these quality bags come out, I always recommend, because they are always very premium, and some of the hits in them are insane. Staying on theme for New York Comic-Con last year, we got two Invincible Battle Beast. If you don't know, I'm a huge Battle Beast fan. Man, this thing is just absolutely unreal. Battle Beast issue number 5 from Bird City Comics and Strange Tales to Collect. Will Shrike, if you haven't checked him out on Instagram, he does some insane paintings, limited to 750 copies. I love all the detail, all the line work, the bloodiness, great for signatures and remarks as well. So very happy to grab that one. And then the other one that I had to have, I think this is issue number 5 as well. So again, art by Robert Willis, limited to 400. I got 356 out of 400. The matte foils just show up so well. And I love the matte foils for, again, signatures and remarks. They just hold the inks and paint pens really good. So again, two Invincible Battle Beast, like I said, still keeping on from the theme from New York Comic-Con from last year. Two more from New York Comic-Con, and then we're gonna catch up with a lot of new stuff. But if you have not been checking out Exquisite Corpses, you are missing out. We have my boy Ivan Tao right here, 302 out of 350. Capnom, Captured Collectibles, and the homies Nomas Comics. This is my boy, Rascal Randy. He is still going strong in the tournament. I picked him to win in the beginning, and hopefully he takes it out. But man, just this pink on everything with the drippy drips. So if you have not checked out Exquisite Corpses, you are missing out on one of the best reads. And again, shout out to Nomas Captured Collectibles. And then last but not least, we have the Sugar Scream. So these are the 1 in 10 serial variants for Hyde Street from Ghost Machine. I am a huge Ghost Machine fan. Hyde Street is one of the best horror books on the racks, in my opinion. And then we have it signed by Stephen Van Gorman. So again, if you haven't been able to get these, you can check out his website. These are a little bit marked up, but the 1 in 10s, they're a little bit hard to get with these, and I'm trying to put together all the issues because they are all the serial covers. So I think I'm only missing a couple, but that finally wraps up my New York Comic-Con haul. There's so much more, but I've showed it off for here or there. But now we're gonna jump forward to some new stuff, and now I can finally get these books put away. Now, like I said, jumping forward to some newer stuff, just wanted to get all these logged in a video and, hang out with you guys on my birthday a little bit before the Eagles game. Had some free time to get this up. But we have the Mark Spears. This was the eBay Live exclusive from the end of December. He randomly does the eBay Lives. You guys know me. I try and stay Mark Spears complete. But man, Batman Detective Comics 1102, the Joker in the headlock with the ha-has in the background. Absolutely phenomenal. Was very lucky to get this. It's sold out in seconds, and you might be able to get it on the aftermarket, but whenever there's a Mark Spears exclusive, especially like an eBay Live, it is gone in a heartbeat. So absolutely thrilled. Came in great condition and all that. And then speaking of my birthday, the other week we were at a different mall and there was a comic shop that I never checked out. And I'm a huge anime fan. I love Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, and things like that. And I'm trying to put all these together. They're not very expensive, but you don't really see them in the wild too much. I don't like to buy too many things online with the back issues, but we have Dragon Ball Z issue number 3, part 2 with the Goku on there. So absolutely love it, manga style, like I said, the monthly, some Viz comics. So if you guys are Dragon Ball Z collectors and have some of these issues and you see this video, feel free to reach out to me in the comments or the DMs on Instagram. I would love to trade because I am a big fan of these. So we got 2 signed books and 2 more Fire exclusives lined up. Speaking of sold out books and sold out sets, if you don't know Wheeljack and have never tried to get a Wheeljack store exclusive on a drop, they last about 5, maybe 10 seconds if you're lucky. This was for the Halloween drop, but they didn't get shipped to me until like late December, and I haven't even unboxed it until a few days ago, but they came as a set. I think this is the Pop Kill issue number 1, if I'm almost positive, the reprint. KSR Comics with the authentication, but the unsigned set sold out immediately. Couldn't even have a chance to get it. So I just went with the signed one. Was a little pricey, but I'm happy to have it nonetheless. I'll probably look to sell this one because this was the main attraction. But man, just to have an awesome Wheeljack cover. I don't have anything signed by him. And if you know what these do on the aftermarket, that is why these sell out so fast. So this is the one I want to keep. Again, Pop Kill was an awesome read. Absolutely gorgeous condition. You know, super curvy, super voluptuous, and all that. But man, the Wheeljack covers are hit or miss for me. Sometimes the faces are great. Sometimes they're a little young style, but gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I will say it again, absolutely gorgeous artwork when it comes to Wheeljack, and he is a hilarious dude and super nice in person. So if you've never met him, make sure to support him. He's always on Comic Tom streams and Davis Ryder streams. Great guys. So I'm gonna keep this one. I'll probably move this one on eBay or something, but again, just super, super happy to have that set. Last 2 coming down from my dudes, No Mas Comics. I do believe these were like the Steel City exclusives. Maybe this one was the Steel City and this was just to celebrate Stranger Things. But man, Stranger Things is finally wrapped up. You can say what you want. Great show, terrible, terrible ending. Same thing with Game of Thrones. The ending was just absolutely abysmal in my opinion. It was good emotionally, but left way too many plot holes open. And now there's just more answers than, or more questions than answers, if you want to say. So much so that the fans were making up a theory that there was going to be a secret episode on the 7th that never came. So it is what it is. I know we're still getting an animated series, but it's nice to see it finally wrapped up, but I wish they would have took care of it a little bit sooner. But just to make sure I always remember, look at this. Lloyd Bailey crushed this. Ultra foil limited to 100. I got 62 out of 100. I know it's not going to show up so nice, but man, there's nobody that does spot foils, textured foils, things like that, like Nomos, Capture Collectibles. They are just insane. This one's strictly a Nomos exclusive. Like I said, that's all textured. All of this is textured. It's just I don't want to take it out. It's like raised spot foil. But with the Vecna and the 11 waffles, love it. And then this was the newest one. I'm not a big into like collecting a lot of these, but it was awesome. I had to get this Something is Killing the Children homage with the Springfield is Killing the Children homage. Same thing with the spot foil. Like I said, I don't have many of the Simpsons ones, but that is all textured, all embossed. Again, I think this one's limited to 169 dudes, one of my favorite numbers out of 100. But happy to have it, and these just are super clean. I got it because of all the Easter eggs with the I choose you. You have the Bard up there. all of that. So again, if you haven't checked out No Mas, check them out on Instagram. They do some of the nicest comics, and they're just so minty. Like I was saying, I know I got a lot of exclusives, signed books, some older stuff, some Mark Spears goodness, but just let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite. Like I said, some older stuff from the last year, but I just like to log everything, and I've just been sitting on this and want to get it all sorted into the collection. And like I said, had some time on my birthday, wanted to chat with you guys. Hopefully the Eagles win and make it a great day, but make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, all that kind of stuff if you're new, checking out the details in the description. I am working with Rups Comics, who we are live on Whatnot and eBay all the time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We are the art reps for Alex Ross and Bill Sienkiewicz. So if you guys got con season coming up, make sure you're checking us out because we have a lot of surprises, daily shorts, and daily uploads on Instagram. So make sure you're up to date with all the social medias as well. Shout out to the homies at the Black Order Club, shout out to Rups Comics, and shout out to all of you watching. Hopefully you're having a great 2026. Make the most of the year. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. But until next time, hopefully you guys find what you're looking for. Thank you.